And we're live, or so I hope. Hello everyone, my name is Georgie, I'm from Luden.io, and tonight we're playing Learning Factory, first time since 2021, isn't that exciting? Let's take a couple of minutes and check if everything is working correctly. I hope that you are getting sound from the game, but I'm not sure. I will be checking it on my computers as well. I feel very much high tech because I have a laptop and a desktop PC, and also I have my phone to check up and check if everything is going as planned. I'm hearing my voice. I hate my voice on record. Hey, sheesh. Okay, I guess we will have to check back on it later. Alright, I still have my very nice holiday theme for Learning Factory. Let's switch back to normal theme. What's good is that we have sound, we have a picture, and hopefully we have it all online on so many platforms because we're streaming to... You name it, actually. We're streaming to Twitch, we're streaming to YouTube, we're streaming to Steam, and also Twitter. Hello, Twitter. I'm not sure I will be able to answer all the messages on all the channels, but I will make sure to do my best. All right. So, can I connect? Can I connect? No? Yes? I ain't so sure. Okay. Yeah. Right. Never mind that. Let me just take a quick second and formally greet you on this live stream, and then we will start, I guess, we will start a new campaign in free play mode. We'll try and make sure this time it's more spectacular than usual, so brace yourselves. But first, let me go back into darkness for a quick second and return to you in full glory to start recording. Where was I? Yep. Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, good night to everyone watching this live stream. My name is Georgie, I'm from Luden.io, and today we're streaming a game called Learning Factory. If you're watching this not for the first time, you have probably all seen all those shenanigans that we are doing naturally and regularly. But speaking of regularity, we haven't been online since, say, December 2021, and many things have actually changed, and the game looks totally different. So, with no further ado, let me go to free play mode. And if you're in free play mode, first thing that we could probably notice are those little squares on the map. Those are your new kinds of landscape called ruins, but ruins are the latest thing that we have added in the most recent update of ours. Except, well, besides ruins, we have all kinds of cool stuff. Say, we now have rivers, lakes, and hills, and they're all very much present in the game. And you can experiment and create maps of your own. Let us not go into too much experimenting tonight, and rather, say, have a good campaign-like map, you know, but with ruins and all the new stuff that we have. So, yeah, okay, why not this one? Let's spawn somewhere around where? somewhere around here, I think, because there is metal here, which is fine. Not too much wood, but we'll figure it out. Okay, this place seems fine, in the middle of the desert. Speaking of desert, what we're working now are the biomes. So, in one of the next updates, hopefully in the next update in a couple of weeks, we'll have biomes, and you will be able to enjoy Mars in its full glory. Snowy Mars, jungle Mars, desert Mars, whatever. But really, since the last live stream, we have done stuff. We have done lots of stuff, and you will see it instantly. Because one of the main new features that we have in game is our brand new main character model. Now, some of the studio members were hesitant about should we show this model or not to the players in its current state, because it's really an intermediate model of a character. We will keep improving it, and it's the first iteration of our character being in 3D. Look at him go, or her, I'm not sure, still gender neutral. Look at this person go, and they have a cat in their backpack, and they have a backpack, and they have a little tea kettle in their backpack. Isn't that nice? Personally, for me, that kind of gives the game a little bit of Factorio vibe, because this new character looks like this astronaut or this engineer from Factorio. But I think I might be the only one getting these vibes. In any case, a new game is upon us, and we will start with placing some basic structures. The monument, of course, would be one of the most important of them. And may I draw your attention to those little things, if you're following my mouse pointer. Those are hills, and the map, the map, has elevation now, and you know, like proper landscape. So we have hills, and you of course cannot pass these hills that easily. You have to either find a way around or use dynamite, something that we will, or maybe will not show as part of this live stream later. So yeah, every factory starts with a monument and a science lab with Dr. Katz, because without Dr. Katz there is no science, naturally. Very easy to comprehend. Let me take a quick look back on our chat rooms and stuff like that. Everything is fine. Please don't be a stranger. If you have questions about this game, let us know, because we haven't talked in a while for some time now. I have grown back my mustache. A little personal detail. Never mind that. Also, every factory needs a cat gate, a place from which cats will be emerging to our glorious establishment. Let me take a couple of minutes and maybe find a, you know, more or less suitable place. Those apples are fine, and we will definitely need them later, but not in their current state. And also we have some trees growing, but maybe we should pick some growing trees up. Because those growing trees... Oh, and we have gold vein close to our... Ah, nice, I like it. We have a gold vein close to our spawning point, which means that we will be able to mine some precious gold a little bit later in the game. It is a very useful resource. Okay, let me take a step back and switch back to ruins. Ruins are those little pieces of map containing what we like to call remains of older iteration of Kotavot factory. Okay, so you can find all kinds of things here. Some of them might be useful, some of them might be plain goofy, of course, because this game is all about friendly goofiness, stuff like that. And yeah, the most important and interesting thing is that you can make your own ruins in our scenario editor. You're very welcome and totally free to do that. And you can save whatever you create as ruins, and those will emerge in the game after a certain time. Okay, I'm actually tired of, trying to find the perfect place. I think that this is the hardest part of the game in its current state, finding the perfect place on the map to start off your factory. And I say that everything starts here. I don't care at this point whether it's easy or hard. We're doing this stuff here. And I'm already experiencing some problems, some legitimate consequences of my decision. Them being me thinking how to place a proper yarn ball production, because of course, if it's not your first time at learning factory, everything starts with establishing yarn ball production, because yarn ball are the resource for cats. And let's make the way for cats to reach our factory rather short than long. Of course, we can rebuild, and we might and will probably rebuild in the future. Oh, really? Yeah, I think that's a bug, because I got myself an achievement from I don't know where. Maybe there are some Turing trees. Maybe there are. I get it. Like, wow. Okay, Ziz. I think. Please. Okay, we will get to that later. If you spot this little cat or maybe bunny face on the map, you will probably know that there are now ruins on this map, and ruins, they can bring you surprises, and you can make your own ruins. It sounds kind of weird, but that's what you do in this game. So we will get to this part of the map once we research proper technology for that. But before that, lots of stuff needs to be done. Main of them being, we probably need to connect that lab to that store. Yeah, probably just hardwire them together. No biggie. And let's start researching, I guess. Easy as pie. So, let's take a closer look at our main character. If you could notice that, he has grown bigger, he has grown taller. I guess he's at that part of his life when he's leaving his puberty age, becoming a proper person. Sooner rather than later, we'll have more customization options, which will let us, let you actually make your character look in a way that pleases you. Okay, I'm getting an achievement saying that I have done something about Turing trees, but I know for sure that I don't have any Turing trees on my map yet. So that's bug-ish kind of a thing. There is a piece of ruins on this map. Actually, let's head south and see what south has to offer us, because I notice a set of structures here and maybe here. Some of them are ruins, and here's is also something going on. So we'll, keep exploring the map, with maybe gathering some basic resources while our basic studies are being conducted. A nice thing to do. Right, so here are copper veins. Let's maybe harvest some nuggets, which are an easy way of getting resources. Okay. Nice. So, okay, the next ruins I spy with my little eye are to the west from us. Uh-huh. Oh yeah! Look at those Turing trees. They have reached into stability. Like, well, Turing trees are working based on the game of life by the scientist whose last name I have forgotten. Basically, they multiply under based upon a very strict set of rules, and there are conditions under which those can reach stability, meaning that they will neither disappear nor multiply more. So this is the situation that we have here. If we have reached this part of the map a little bit earlier, we would have seen those trees doing their stuff, multiplying and remultiplying and disappearing, stuff like that. We might research Turing tree in the monument at some point. Okay, as you can see, I cannot get past those hills. Hills and character model and all the things that are new in the game are a work in progress. I need to remind you that, because we are actively modifying the game and actively changing it, and every other week, every other fortnight, there is a new content update bringing new stuff and, well, actually literally and metaphorically serving as game changer. So this is another part of ruins. As you can see, ruins are not always creative. What we have seen here in this part of the map is also ruins, and I think I see ruins in the middle of the ocean. Okay, fine. We'll explore it later. Sometimes ruins are just your source of additional materials, maybe gaining access to technologies that you have not researched yet. In this case, I got a couple of manipulators, and also thanks to this thingy, I got me a couple of data storages. Super nice, super cool. Let's go back and see what use can we make of those. Here's our monuments. Nice to see you, big guy. What's on the plate? Everything going fine. Early stages of the game, no biggie. What I don't have, okay, I can research for more yarn wool makers. Not that I have enough splitters, but I think I have enough to maintain 3 yarn wool makers. So let's place them a little bit south from here. Okay, if you don't mind, because we still need some place to place those splitters. Uh-huh. So this goes here, and this little guy goes here, and yep. Okay, production established. Now I need more. Now I just need a metric ton of transporters to make it all work. And also, another thing that I need is some loom, and I actually have a loom to make me some clothes. But I would need to research for a splitter to make it happen. Okay? Nice. While we're at it, let me head to the chat. Hello, Nick Korolev. Thank you for wishing me good luck with the stream, showing how a roadside boutique works. All right, I will remember that, but let me get back to it a little bit later, maybe half an hour later. We'll take a pause because we have a whole new guide dedicated to how a roadside boutique works. I mean, because as part of this stream, I'm not sure we will be able to get to actually researching the boutique, because we have like 2 hours of a stream, and this building is pretty far on our research tree. Okay, well, you know, let's see. Let's take another, say, 30 minutes and see how far can we get. If anything fails, and probably it will, we will just turn on a new tutorial, well, new guide. It's not a tutorial per se, because it's not mandatory. You don't have to go there, and you don't have to beat it. It's just there to give you some maybe new ideas of how you can develop your factory and what you can do. In the meantime, let us make sure we have a good flow of basic resources. Since it's the free play mode, the game gives us a little amount of basic stuff like storages, which is always awesome, because metal is one of the most important resources in this game. So everything's going fine-ish, and all we have to do is wait, and maybe not only wait but explore. Let's try and reach this cat face kind of ruins. Oh yeah, I think we have some rafts that will allow us to cross those rivers. Rivers are not an easy obstacle to cross, so normally you need some technology to cross it. I mean, in the campaign mode, but in free play mode we give you a handful of basic resources. Oh yay! Here is a little cat face with cotton made out of hedges with lots of cotton inside. Very nice, very nice. I will take a moment to enjoy it visually while I am harvesting some iron from iron veins. And then we will probably go back, or maybe not. Let's see what else this map has to offer us. Maybe let's try and head west. I don't want to ruin this beautiful construction. It's so gorgeous. Also, it's cat shaped, so it's naturally it's safe from being destructed. But those trees growing on regular soil, on the other hand, those are expendable. We don't really need them because they grow slowly, and it's a good idea to start planting the trees on this greener-ish kind of a soil, because in this game Mars has only been recently terraformed, and the ecosystem on this planet, it doesn't work the same way as it does on Earth. For example, those cotton plants, they multiply like crazy, and if you don't want your planet, well, half of your planet, because after taking over half of the planet they stop multiplying, so it's kind of safe to live side by side with them. But if you don't want half of your territory to be populated by cotton plants, you'd better start tearing them off the ground, lifting them off the ground, maybe placing them somewhere else. Right, I'm talking too much and playing too little, and this is not the way. This is not the way. Remembering some oldish meme. Never mind. Okay. Sorry, wrong button. And for those who have joined this live stream for maybe the very first time, here are the basics. So we're playing as an engineer who has arrived to Mars in the near future, and in this future Mars is kind of terraformed, so it now looks like Earth, but it's not really Earth because the rules are different in so many ways. And also in this world, cats are finally recognized as sentient beings, because humans have invented human-to-cat translator devices. Actually, it happened in our previous game, Wild to Learn. So, Learning Factory is not a direct sequel to Wild to Learn, but rather, as we like to put it, a spiritual successor. So, both games are happening in the same universe, and yes, of course, the name of the factory will be Cotavod. Pick up a name for a factory, just leave it and prepare to. Yes, of course, I am prepared to serve at Cotavod until singularity. This is the idea. This is the way. Pardon me for having a humble snack during my live stream. I will try and be decent, not munching too loudly. And by the way, look at this thing here. Look at this fancy antenna sticking out of our giant monument Sphinx's head. This will be happening on a regular basis, actually, because one of the things that we have added since our last live stream is this progression map, which will in the end bring you to establishing Catopia. Get it? Get the pun? Catopia. It's cats plus utopia. Perfect society for cats and probably humans on Mars. This is what we do in this game. Okay. So what? Yeah, of course we need a loom. And actually, you know what? You know what you can do in this game? You can create a research queue and never mind things for a while. So let's just create a queue for essentials. Of course, we need manipulators, tunnels to go under the ground. Cat sorter, yeah, by all means. Maybe not immediately, so but we will need it. Cat sharpener, claw sharpener maker, yeah. Let's just, you know what? Let's just add all the basic buildings into the queue and come back to it later. In the meantime, we will explore the map and gather some more resources and generally have fun. Advertising cat gate? Don't mind if I do. Sure, why not? Yeah, and this should keep us busy for a good part of the stream tonight. So, so we have iron vein, which is good. Well, iron vein is sure. Iron veins are cool, but we also need some copper, and all the copper seems to be to the south from us. Sheesh. Well, that's your. Well, okay. There is some to the east, and yeah, really, I don't think we have many options here. So in any case, we would have to head somewhere. I say let's head south. Well, no, we can't head south because we can't get past through those hills until we create tunnels. And yeah, this will take time. Good thing that we don't really need copper at this moment. We will need it later. One of the ideas I got in my head while talking to you fellas is that we should probably maybe try and treat water as a resource in this game? Huh? Because yeah, water is a hard thing to find on Mars, and all we can do with water now is fishing. Did you know that there's fishing in this game? Of course, because every game should have fishing. And fishing is done by teleporting fish from a source of water straight into your pocket, because that's what we do at Kotavod Learning Factory. Glory to science! I think that they have just fished out a piece of metal, piece of iron, but it was too fast for me to notice. Is there a way to actually fish for pieces of iron now? That's strange, I didn't know that. In fact, this game has some hidden mechanics that make sense and totally influence the gameplay, but they're not very obvious in terms of gameplay. While we're waiting for research, do you plan... let me go back to the chat, and Nick asks whether we plan to return to the change of day and night in the game. And interesting chips with it. I'm not... You know what? I'm not sure, and come to think about it, I really miss the game having a day and night cycle. We're not discussing it at the moment, to answer your question, but it doesn't mean that we won't return to it in the future, because because why not? Because we're playing a game about a planet, we're making a game about a planet, and planets usually have day and night cycles, longer or shorter, but they do. So at some point we might return to that, but it's not immediately on our table. Right now we're actually working on Biomes, so one of the next updates will feature Biomes, which will be in a way they are, because we already have them in preview mode. Not very spectacular, nothing to show yet, because work in progress, Game development is... most parts of the day game development is boring. But we're getting there, and we will have different climate zones in the game. Is it the right term? Not sure. But we will have Arctic biome, desert biome, jungle biome, you name it. This is what we're working on right now, at least. We might expand it, and please feel free to let us know which biomes you'd like to see in the game. Okay, as for me, things are still going slow. Going well, but slow. Right, so one of the next of our inventions will be box maker. So what we really need is steady place for harvesting wood, and we have mostly apple trees and cotton plants around us. So what we really need, well, not really, but what would be a sane thing to do is to hang around and find some growing plants and plant them somewhere where they would make most use to us, and that's what we're going to do. Might not be very exciting, although it is exciting for me, if you ask me. Ooh. We got a square, well, a very straight shoreline here. Okay, let's maybe gather some copper in advance, because copper is real. This is the place. This map is not that huge, if you ask me, so I thought it would take me slightly more time to get to this part of the map. Okay. Let's do what needs to be done. And another research is complete, which is cat splitter. Cat splitters are spectacular. I mean, they are how do I put it? They help us diversify our production at a rather early stage, because they sort cats by types, and cats of every type, they have different wishes and different expectations from their shopping experience. So from now on we can say split, no, we don't have statistics for regular cat gate, never mind. We can split regular cats from, say, worker cats, and those worker cats, they only want them basic working materials. You know what? I don't want to. I mean, I wanna, and I will. I will find me a good piece of land to start growing my own trees. Okay, which takes time. And in the meantime, I know I can harvest tree resources from apple trees, and that's totally makes sense. I mean, it brings less harvest, whatever, but it's still working. It's still lumber. It's still what we're after. So let's not hesitate and do that. Hello, Yulia Kosheleva. I'm not sure I'm understanding those abbreviatures that you're posting in our chat. So Nick writes, I would also like to see such mechanism in the game as solar panels, wind generators, water mills, etc. Something similar to things related to electricity. It would diversify the game. You know what? On one hand, I do agree with you that it would diversify the game. Of course, it would make it so much more different. On the other hand, we have to consider it really thoroughly before adding it to the game, because Learning Factory, we like to call it a relaxing factory building sim, and many players, which is a surprise to me, many players are actually praising us for not having the electricity system, such as in Factorio or Dyson Sphere program. We're getting feedback like, it's so cool that this game does not have electricity, it's so much more relaxing and chill and stuff like that. So we have to maintain balance, because apparently this was a surprise to us as well, because, you know, game development is always holds an element of surprise, because you never know if your game will work, and if it does work, what will click for people who are playing this game, and for us it was that people were playing it as a relaxing factory building sim. And one of the main points for those people, I guess, is the game not having those annoying-ish electricity issues. Rhyme not really intended. Nah. Oh, but I will have cat stores research shortly. Okay. That's reassuring, because I want to build another store and separate worker cats from the rest of the cats. But oh, you know what? Actually, I don't need much for that. I just need some aggressive renovation. So we'll put the store a little bit lower on the lane and reroute those cats. And as for Dr. Cat's office, we'll place it here at the moment. Oh, but we do have tunnels researched, which is great news, because tunnels are awesome. Tunnels mean that we can build under the ground and add like another layer to the game. Yeah, there is nothing much here, because we're still working on tunnels, of course. Sorry, worker cat, I will have to send you back to wherever you came from, which is outer space, I guess. So here lies a separate store for worker cats. And worker cats will be sent here. And all the other cats will go there. Huh, okay. Next thing I would need are splitters. Because worker cats are mostly buying raw materials, so we will have to provide. At least we can provide raw cotton. And yeah, let's spaghetti our factory by creating underground structures at a very early stage, because they are cool. Also, you can press this button and see what's going on about your underground structures, and you can supply your cat stores with some more wood in this case. Okay, go ahead and buy some wood, and also we will bring you some raw iron. No, why? Why? Something is not working? Not sure? Let's just... yeah. Let's just modify the scheme a little bit. Should be fine. Should be fine. Okay, yes. Now those worker cats at least are going to stores they were expected, and we're providing them with a decent amount of materials. No? We've got metal, we've got wood, we've got cotton. What else do you need? Come on. Thank you. Okay, maybe it's time to start thinking about those copper veins, because this will be a very much demanded resource shortly for so many purposes. Huh. Alright, so we will need another research to unlock the next monument upgrade. As you can see, the monument is the central part of the game, and it will visually change while you are researching for stuff. So previously its eyes were dim, but now they're lit. Thanks to your research, the monument is now awake. It's an ancient structure containing the secrets of the feline race. Ancient secrets, might I add. Okay. So yeah, I think I might kick back for a while, or rather, I would say, try and improve whatever is happening here. So here we're growing trees, but that's not sufficient since we need way more trees. And apple trees are not really doing the trick. So this beige-ish, yellowish, greenish looking parts of map, they represent regular soil, not very promising in terms of growing stuff. But what we can do is wait a little while, as we did, and go around the map and find some growing trees. And those growing trees, they can be put into our inventory and later turn into regular trees when placed into this so much more hospitable fertile soil. It will still take time for them to grow up, but it won't be as long as, as trying to grow them in this regular soil. So what I usually and normally do when playing the game is that I gather as many sprouts, as many growing trees as I can find, and then I find my own place to establish my gardens, my personal forests. And I plant trees there, and I wait for a little while. It's amazing, actually, how this game has grown throughout the past year. I mean, it's been a little bit more than a year since we have released this game on Steam, and so many things have changed. It's a whole different kind of a game, if you ask me, because the graphics, the mechanics. 1, 2, 3, another one. So, and everything looks so different and works so different, and it's a different game. It's a shame that you cannot actually find a earlier version of it at the moment. Frankly speaking, I don't think you even need to, because this game is so much better than a year ago. So much prettier, so much more profound. And I'm saying that because I have little to do with this, with the game per se, because all I'm doing is I'm writing, copywriting, and then I'm doing stuff like developer diaries, trailers, screenshots, some supportive kinds of stuff. So I'm not directly involved into making stuff happen in the game, which in my opinion gives me the right to praise this game without being biased. Well, I am biased, of course, to a certain point, because I am working on this game and I love it and I think it's awesome. But since I'm not, directly with my fingers making changes to it on a daily basis, that makes me a little bit less biased than actual developers. Okay. So it's a calm night in the chat rooms, which I like. I think I'm going to take a bathroom break, if you don't mind, but I will leave you to enjoy the process of Learning Factory's machinery doing its stuff, delivering items to cats and cats buying it. I'm not saying goodbye, naturally. I will be back in like 2 minutes. See ya. I'm not saying goodbye, naturally. I will be back in like 2 minutes. And I'm back. How have you been in the meantime? I hope you're well. Hey! Hi, Ginieso. Nice to see you on the live stream. Yes, we're all reasonably well. How are you? We are as well as circumstances let us these days. Keeping our jobs done, getting done, and trying to do the good stuff and refrain from doing the not so good stuff. What is happening here? Am I not selling stuff? Oh yeah, of course, the hype is actually virtually not there. Cats hate us because we don't provide enough good stuff for them, I guess. Why? And actually, really, why was it a thing for a moment that we were not making any amount of money? Do we have... Oh yeah, we do have a box maker active, which is awesome and splendid and astonishing in so many ways. So we will have our box making business established shortly. Okay. And we have lots of apples, which makes it all very nice thing to do. So those manipulators, they will be picking stuff from here, and from here it will go to splitters, and splitters will split it as follows. And we will be making boxes, and you know what we will do with those boxes? We're going to sell them. Surprisingly. Hey, go away! Yes, thank you. New kind of cat spotted in the factory, of course. And the swarm of shoppers is incoming. Yeah, come on. That's what we like to do. Get ourselves sworn with shoppers and trying to sell them stuff. Whoa! Things have started happening in the chat. Tasty in the cats. Greetings and baked sofa spot. Tasty raid. Is it a raid? Nice. I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Game music is loud. Okay. Let me make it a little bit less invasive. It's always a matter of experiment for us, but I can make it less loud. So there is a raid ongoing. Hey everyone, nice to see you. We're playing Learning Factory today, and thanks for the raid. Tasty and the cats. We're playing Learning Factory on a very much new map. We have a silly cat face filled with cotton plants inside, which is a new feature of our game. Yeah, here it is a little bit enlarged, which is a new feature for our game called Ruins. And ruins are basically, ruins of old Kotavot campus. May I remind you that this game is about a character living in the near future, going to Mars to rebuild and make profitable a factory which makes and sells goods to cats, to analyze cat sales data, to make conclusions out of it, and eventually establish Catopia on Mars, which is a perfect society for cats and some humans as well. So we think that this is a glorious thing to pursue. Yeah. Thanks for feedback, Geniaso. Actually, this is a constant headache for us, pain in the A. To put it properly into English words, because we don't do streams regularly. I mean, we have been live. The last time we've been live was in December, I guess, or maybe even November. I can't really remember. But this live stream is long gone. Forget about it. We will have this thing recorded and appearing on our major channels for maybe couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, because we're now at the stage at which the game will be changing dramatically every other update, because we will be introducing biomes and character customization in the next updates. As you can probably notice, the character model is already new. I mean, I love it and I hate it. It's awesome and kind of scary at the same time, but this model is subject to change, of course, because it's an intermediate version of it. We will be adding more customization options, and we will be doing more stuff to make the game more visually polished. Speaking of which, did you notice the shorelines for rivers and lakes? Our factory stands by a very big lake. I just like the scenery, so I had to do it. No upgrade just yet. Science labs are lacking money because we're not selling enough stuff. Sounds reasonable, but what can I do? Maybe produce some more clothes? That would be an option. But how would I even... I don't know. Okay, so we got base resources. Let me take some time. Oh, look at all that iron that we have. Let's make some transporters in advance, because you can't really have too much transporters in a game like this. So, box makers are working fine. Stuff is being researched, and it doesn't seem like I am very much needed at the moment. The time has come to observe whatever is happening. And meditate upon the fruits of our hard work. Speaking of which, I can't really hire scientists or speed up the research process, because I would need to, yeah, invent a research lab. So let's make changes to our plan, because you know, having one researcher in this game is never enough. If you want to have a faster research, you would probably need to, well, build more research labs and populate it with more scientists and make sure their research skills match whatever you are researching at the moment, because otherwise the research will be either too expensive or it will not be happening if you don't involve sub-competent researchers into the process. So yeah, picking your researchers, is part of the game. It can be skipped naturally. You don't have to do it. But if you don't pay attention to it, it will stretch your gameplay a rather great deal. Also, we need to replace those fixed price stores with nice regular cat stores, because they have increased shelves capacity, which is great, because that allows us to, well, supply more resources and worry less about restocking the shelves. Let me check on something real quick.
Instead of really going for particular.
Please. All right, back to you. It was nice seeing testing the cats in our chat room. I have checked upon you, and I have definitely seen you showcasing our game earlier, but I just had to make sure I remember it correctly. So, playing some more Learning Factory, I would like to draw your attention to this thing. Now this part of the monument has a bank attachment, which means that we can make use of a deposit. A deposit is a very useful thing for the parts of the game when you want to save a little bit of money for hiring a rather expensive researcher. This is part of the mechanics that we will talk a little bit later. Yeah, oh yeah, and now we have cat stores. And now we have regular cat stores that will make our shelf capacity go up, which is exactly what we're aiming for. Isn't that just great? Isn't that awesome? Less disappointed cat. More cats. More satisfied cats. During times when I'm idle and just waiting for something to happen in this game, I like to take some time and enjoy the little details that our artists, Sergei Orekhov from Siberia, likes to put into his drawings and designs. I mean, look at this, look at the store, having weird-looking sheep staring at you, well, staring at customers from different parts of the map, of not the map, of the building, sorry. And also there is fish, and there is cat food, and there are some old-time machinery. And also there is supposed to be a seller robot in the store, but they have disappeared. Not sure where. I guess reloading the game would do the trick. But there is a bug. Will be fixed, of course. It will be fixed rather soon. Soon rather, my brother. Not sure why I just had to pronounce it. Not sure why, but I did that. That happened. So, what's our chances of reaching the boutique? Actually, chances are quite slim because we'd need more scientists, and for that we would need a science lab, and Dr. Katz is not getting enough salary. Really? Where does it all go? Okay, that's weird. And all our money that we earn, it all goes back to research. So yeah, those guys are buying stuff on a steady basis, which is great. Do we have wood supplied here? Somehow. We do? Oh, yeah. Yeah, now I remember. Let's harvest some iron in the meantime. Why shall we not? On the topic of art, would have been nice with a high-res version of the menu image to enjoy. Okay, Geniasu, duly noted. I think we have. I'm gonna check right now, because on the on our website, luden.io, which comfortably corresponds with the name of our company, we have a link to press kits, and we do have some art there, but I don't think we have all the art. And what high res is high res enough for you? Let me know, because I can ask our artist around. I'm seeing that, yeah, we have a. I'm not sure about the resolution. Let me just download it. But it's 4.7 megabytes, so I think it's pretty high res, this version of the art. So you can go to luden.io/lf, or just go to luden.io and select Learning Factory in the list of our games, and there is a full HD 1920 x 1080 pixels kind of art. I mean, wallpaper ready. Yeah, I think it's wallpaperable. To reply to your chat message, just go ahead and check out our press kit. Why is it called press pack? I'm not sure. Never mind. They also have some nice earlier version arts, and a Cyberpunk 2077 styled art. So several options if you want yourself a Learning Factory wallpaper. Yeah, you found it. Great to know. Great to know. Nice, nice. And back to our factory business. So we have our research queue fulfilled, which is nice, but we still need other things to emerge to properly start producing stuff. Of course, we need more storages and this thing, but most importantly, what we need is another science lab. Actually, we do have a science lab. We do have it here, but we don't have scientists. And for that, we have to go to the tavern and hire someone suitable. Well, this fella looks promising. Guank from Finland. Previous positions, pirate. Very nice. We also have a space pirate Neil from Albania. Probably we'll hire him later. Okay. This guy though. Oh yeah, and of course we have hired this guy, but he's not competent in the field of our current research. That happens in the game, especially during its early stages. So, but what we can do, if we want to burn some money, we can check this box, which allows us involving incompetent, well, subcompetent. We will have to work on copywriting still. So it allows us hiring subcompetent researchers to work in our labs. They will demand more money naturally because they're not as so good. So more money will be needed to compensate their goofy mistakes. But they are there, and there is an option to hire them if you want to burn some money. And if you have maybe you have some money on your deposit like I do. And look at me, I'm going to spend all those juicy 18 coins on my research. Yes, this is the day for spending grand amounts of monies. Yeah, big spender, like fat cat. Look at me, I have 2 coins. And I won't hesitate to spend them all on science. Science be praised. All right. Looking good. Not being able, of course, to sell any fish. Actually, I think we are. Oh, and look, the monument has changed again. So now it has a tavern unit, which corresponds for that thing. That thingy. I don't have enough money to show you more candidates because it, as you can see, it goes like 50 gold cat coins per rotation. So, but we'll get there. I feel like my cat factory building skills were humiliated because I am not getting enough money. I don't have any money, which is not good because it does not push my research forward. So this game is actually not about capitalism, but rather about earning money to spend it for greater cause, which is studying cats and eventually building Ketopia on Mars, establishing Ketopia. So yeah, I mean, I can add some fish that I have caught by hand, because you can catch fish by hand and you can also extract fish from fish teleporters. If you look at it, yeah, our protagonist is not exactly pulling fish out of water with their rods. Instead, they're doing it via a portal. Yeah, totally makes sense. You just wait. In a couple of weeks, we will have a growing concrete plants in this game. Okay, this is pretty much a done deal. We have discussed it today, and yeah, we decided concrete plants are a thing. Maybe not plants, but you know, concrete veins. There will be concrete on Mars, okay? Which harvestable concrete. And this is the most exciting fact, or most exciting sentence containing the word concrete I have heard in months or maybe years. Okay, so yeah, we do have fish now, and we can provide that fish to our fish longing customers. Those ladies, well, those grannies are asking for apples, and of course we cannot provide apples. What we can provide are claw sharpeners, so as always I have forgotten what they do, but there is a wiki for that. We can go and check up on those claw sharpeners, or we can just place one on the map and see it like with our own eyes. But what's the fun in that? And yeah, claw sharpeners, they require pretty much everything, a little bit of everything. Some wood, yep, along with some cotton, okay, some iron too. Good thing that we don't have our underground lever overclogged at the moment, so with a little help from our underground levels, we will be able to start and actually supplying them. So metal goes here, and you know what, let's try and place another cotton collector, because ain't sure we will have enough space for it. Nah, almost though. Okay, that's we can work with that. Won't be as comfortable, but we can make this work. Okay, fine by me. We will also plant those rafts on the map, so we could transport cotton directly. As for the wood, yeah, we have some extra wood here, so let's not hesitate and put it into use. Yeah, claw sharpener production established. The only thing I forgot is that the store that is supposed to sell it is not the one I have placed. I have placed my claw sharpener maker next to. All right. But yeah. So yeah, claw sharpeners are now being supplied to our cat stores, which is great and will probably result in us having more money. Like, we have 72 coins on our deposit. Yeah, isn't that awesome? Isn't that amazing? I think so. I think it is. So, anyone in the chat willing to small talk and catch up? Geniasu, what's up with you? You still here? What you're doing? Yeah, the deposit should bring interest. We'll get to it later, I guess. Yeah, maybe. Makes sense. Sorry, my guilty pleasure of the night. Drinking a blackish sugar-infused liquid. We even have a ton of boxes. Yeah, no worries. Let me add more. Of course. Let me write a message real quick. I'm really here with you. Really here with you. Listen to my English. Have to practice it. just got your third COVID shot. Congratulations, Jinyasu. Congratulations. I know it's a rather sensitive question to ask. Did you actually have COVID with all those shots? I'm asking because I got sick with the infamous Omicron version of COVID within a month, I think, after I got my third shot, like revaccination shot. But for me, it went rather smooth, so can't complain. I was like genuinely sick for maybe 2 or 3 days, and after that, it was just me waiting for my test to stop showing that I'm sick, so I could get back to work. So it was like 3 days being sick and like another 10 days waiting, which is good, I think. Which is good because, you know, I hope, fingers crossed on all my appropriate limbs, I hope that we're going somewhere in a direction when this thing ends finally, or finally becomes, you know, general, not that scary part of our everyday lives. And I really hope that this will start, well, that this will start being our reality rather sooner than later. Because COVID sucks, and definitely we're all very tired of it. Okay, so it's Sweden, it's been classed as normal flu now, so it's kind of going back to normal. Yeah, I think it's pretty much how's it going on in many countries. I mean, yeah, because everyone is, pun not intended, sick and tired of the world being sick with the thingy, and yeah, there is now a genuine hope for things going back to normal-ish, at least in terms of the epidemic situation, which will give us more time and strength to concentrate on what's really important, which is pleasing cats and building factories for making cats happy. Okay, oh, looky, we have an upgrade unlocked. Upgrades are a really cool new mechanics in our game. We're still working on them, so in my personal opinion, some of those upgrades can be skipped, like that alternative shape for splitters. Although they look real smart and fun, it's just, it might be my personal trait. I haven't been using them much, but they are there, which is nice. But those things like increased extraction quantity, they are definitely keepers. And once you unlock that smart cat store, you can research for increased assortment of goods in that smart cat store, which is really a game changer, because after that, one store would be able to cater to several types of cats at the same time, you know, like genuinely catering to them without skipping some clients, because you can't afford having that many kinds of goods on your shelves, and it expands it like 2 times as bigger. And yeah, and that's real cool if you ask me. Many have been forced to explore remote working and new ways of working, says Jinyasu. Um, I'm not I'm not a fan of forcing people, but since here we're talking about circumstancing forcing people rather than other people forcing people to do stuff. I guess that's not really okay, but that's like a fact, a part of the landscape, part of our everyday lives that we have just to live with. Um, yeah, personally, I think this is okay because distant working can work out, and it has its benefits. I mean, I've been working from home for more than a year, and there's been a lot of stuff that I have managed to do, spend more time with my family, and learning some new stuff and everything from your random motivation blog about working from home. I mean, yeah. One of the things that we have learned during this pandemic is that working from home is really a legitimate way of organizing your life. Sometimes it's more or less convenient. It depends on your job, I guess. But this is the kind of skill that we now have. So since we won't be obliged working from home in the near future, hopefully, fingers crossed once again, uh, it's good to know that we do have this skill. So if we will be forced to work from home again, in terms of some kind of post-apocalyptic event, like I don't know, mutant birds eating everyone who goes outside, or killer rays from space, or whatever. We are prepared. We are prepared to keep our jobs going on, thanks to the amazing experience we got during these pandemic times. I'm talking nonsense, frankly speaking, and I know that because, it's Friday night, and it's been a kind of a rough week. So I really enjoy playing the game, but I really look forward to going back home to my family in some 20 or 30 minutes. Yes, So to quote Giniesu, for me personally, I wouldn't want to work from home full time as I live alone and I don't have a dedicated space for work. But I like that we have opened up the possibility after the unplanned test. Yeah, actually, that's exactly my thoughts. Thoughts that this is a possibility. And yeah, of course, when you are alone, I guess that's not comfortable for everyone. Some people like to be alone, some people don't, and that's totally fine. Um, but yeah, it's as you have legitimately said, it's great to have the possibility to be opened. Just reviewing my choice of words. I'm very concerned about my grammar, and it's not perfect while I'm live streaming, which is natural, I guess. And let me check back on my monument because we need to. Uh-huh. We need to expand the factory. Okay. So, on speaking about the things that can be done, we can expand our dormitory to hire more scientists. But now we don't have enough money, and that's also fine. Let's wait a little bit. Normally, I think the right way of playing this game would have it run like in the background, so you could go back and forth to it, because it doesn't at this point. It used to be that you could just leave it with a bunch of yarn makers, leave it for the night, and then come back and have a legitimately working factory. But that's not the case anymore, because, well, you can do that, but your progression will stop at some point, and you will have to, personally get into the game and make some decisions and expand the factory in order to stuff to still be going on. But still, you can at certain points, like the one I'm having right now, still you have an opportunity to just relax and get away from your PC and go stretch or have a glass of water, for which we even have separate reminders, because it is important to not be spending all of your time in front of a screen, because that's really not good for your health. Yeah, more produce, more coin, more science, more meow. Totally agree with you, Genia. So this is the grand idea behind our game. Yeah, more everything. Expansion at all costs, because Catopia would not establish itself. I like the landscape on this map. I think it's balanced, because there is a good amount of rivers and hills. By the way, if you didn't know that, you can disable those elements of landscape to be emerging on your map. You can play the game without any hills, whatever. But what's the fun in that, frankly? Oh shoot. Oh shoot. I have to step away from my PC for a second to charge my phone, because otherwise I will be without a phone for a very long time, and this will not be nice. And the game also motivates me to get up and stretch once in a while. So I will see you in another 1 or 2 minutes. Hey, I'm back. How have you been? Oh, a shopaholic invasion. Lots of grandma cats. asking for stuff that we don't have. But we can put some... They're always asking for... Well, not always, they're frequently asking for those cotton packs. And we have them in abundance, which is nice. Cool, 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 cool. So, how's the research going? And what we have... What do we have here? We have an advertising cat gate in development, but it won't do us much help. Because we don't have money to advertise. But we can make ropes. We have now a rope maker. And rope makers are usually, yeah, they're demanded here. And we need... Surprisingly, we need ropes. To have rope makers. And for that we would need to expand our yarn ball making cluster. And yeah, I will make a real genuine spaghetti factory. And I won't feel ashamed of it. Because this is all for a greater purpose, making ropes. Okay? Totally worth it. Uh-huh. Okay, so let me tell you how it will be. It's 1 for you, 19 for me. 'Cause I'm a tax man. Yeah, 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 I'm a tax man. My favorite band, the Beatles. And my favorite game, Learning Factory. A perfect Friday night. So this factory is super weird because I have messed up all the logistic parameters. It's crazy suboptimal, this factory, I mean. But we're getting our job done. We will probably have to rebuild it all after a certain amount of time. Oh, and you know what? I can now build... No, I can't. No, I can't. Still researching. Yeah, right. Okay, will take time. Still researching. Jesus Christ, give me a second. Yeah, it's a little bit creepy at the moment because I think I'm the only one left in this wing of a floor, and our office it's on the 20th floor of a hotel. So I have empty offices around me and weirdly opening doors. They're being opened by the stream of air, I guess. Or maybe there is a zombie invasion incoming, and you will experience a very interesting ending of a live stream. But no. No, I don't really see any zombies yet, but this door is freaking me out. Super weird. But on the other hand, not weird at all. Right. What comes next? I think I have a nice looking factory. lots of nice stuff being produced, and yeah, I think at this point I can set my own prices, but I can see a report because not much has been going on. You know, since we have time and all, it is very interesting how this game has changed dramatically since it was released, and this, well, actually last week marks our first year in early access, and it's been crazy amount of progress, if you ask me. And this game, yeah, I mean, it changes every other week, and I mean, every update brings something really new to play around with, uh, which I personally like very much. Because it used to be that you could, it will be soon. It will be almost 2 hours of streaming for me, and it used to be that in 2 hours you could unlock pretty much like 80% of content in this game. I mean, like some 6 to 9 months ago, it was very modest, this game. But since then it has expanded so much that when I have to start a new game and open all the content, say for shooting new screenshots or making a new trailer or developer diary, stuff like that, so it takes me 15 to 20 hours easily. So this game has grown so much, and we're still roughly in the middle of the development cycle. So it will take probably another year or maybe even a bit more for us to reach our final form. Okay, I think we're short on iron, which is was great that this can be easily solved by just building another mine, another drill. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. And you know what? I think it might make sense to create an advertising cat gate to start inviting more of builder cats to this factory. Because we do have a very nice selection of items for cats. So we want cats who are asking for, say what? For cotton, okay? We need cats who will be asking, well, cotton is not probably the best thing. Let's try and raise the prices for cotton, because it doesn't make sense to, oh no, we can raise prices for ropes. And only invite those interested in ropes. No money. Okay, nice, thank you. Thank you very much. And as you can see, the advertising cat gate is now animated, so you can follow the progress or lack of progress whatsoever. You can see where the cats are going. Also, you can see those nice little robot pictures. And so cats are arriving on our factory. Yeah, and the price of 2 coins seems fine to them. Cool. And if you take a closer look, there are actual advertising banners that are advertising goods sold at Learning Factory. And if you have spotted those green arrows, I will draw your attention to that once again. Yeah, here's one cat, the middle class cat. And the green arrow means that this cat is loyal to our factory. It means that probably this cat has already attended our factory in the past, and they have found everything they needed here, and so they are returning customers. So they're more loyal and they're nicer to us in general, and that supposedly will bring us more money. How cool is that? Okay, so things seem to be going just fine. Okay, and to conclude this stream, let us take a step back and go to the main menu. Don't worry, the game will be auto-saved. And let's head to the guides section. And I'm not sure our friend Nick Korlov is still with us, but probably he can watch this stream in recording, and we will turn on a guide that will help us get our hands around roadside boutiques. So boutiques are yes, thank you. I don't think we will be reading those guidelines. Boutiques are a new kinds of stores that are selling stuff to cats while they're waiting in lines. And in those boutiques you can sell items for a fixed price. You can sell up to 3 items for a fixed price of 1 to 3 coins. And if a cat is interested in whatever you have on display, it goes to the boutique and tries to buy stuff, and if it buys stuff it becomes more loyal. And more loyal cats means that they will more likely invite a friend to a factory, so it will increase the incoming amount of cats to your factory, which will eventually result in more profit. So for one store we have a boutique, but for this store we don't have one, so let's add it and let's supply it with stuff. And yeah, let's supply it with stuff and see how cats react. So, okay, one cat has strolled into the boutique and it has bought an item. So now it has this green arrow, means that this cat has become more loyal. So in case it buys whatever else they were looking for in the main store, they will more likely to invite their friends to come to the factory. And if cats happen to buy everything they were looking for in the boutique, they will just disappear from the factory, going back to their cat business. But they also might return later, being more loyal to you. Isn't that awesome? And yeah, and also in the boutique we have a different robots, looking very cool. We will get that robot animated at some point. But the boutiques are an instrument for you to give more agency to the cats, because cats are sort of independent creatures in terms of the game. In terms of game lore, they are superior beings controlling life and everything in the universe. And in terms of game development, they are they are entities that are making decisions based on parameters. So cats being loyal is one kind of that. Cats becoming loyal or buying something in a boutique is one of the decisions they can make. Previously, cats were sort of making decisions, virtually making decisions, by clicking or not clicking your ad banners in advertising cat gates, or inviting or not inviting, or just maybe even dissuading their friends from visiting your factory. But here the process of cats making decisions is more visualized, as you can see them strolling past your boutiques. If they don't find whatever they're looking for, they might even leave your feedback in terms of comic bubble, just like that, but with an emoticon. Let's see if we can experience something like that in this game. Maybe not. but you might see it in your game if you zoom it enough. Hmm. Okay, not much is going on. I guess this scenario was designed in a way that cats are genuinely interested in whatever there is on shelves of a boutique. But if you just place it by your random transporter line, you will notice cats searching for certain kinds of stuff probably not present in your boutique. But you can place many boutiques, along the way. So their idea is to make cats happier, because what's also good about the boutiques for cats, in cats' perspective, yeah, is that the maximum price of an item is 3 coins for a boutique. Um, so yeah, it's which is probably cheaper than it could get in regular cat stores, because in here you can set prices up to 10 coins per item. Okay, no one will buy it at these prices, but anyway, not that we even have enough. Never mind, that's a guide. That's a dedicated part of the game, trying to teach you how to handle certain game mechanics. So at this point, it's already 8 p.m. in Moscow. So if you'll excuse me, I will be signing off for today. I think we've seen a lot of new content, and there will be way more content in the future, because we're planning to introduce Biomes sometime in March. So not 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 so much time to wait until the new content starts emerging. Please, if you like Learning Factory, add it to your wish list and follow it, and come to our Discord server to discuss stuff with us, and maybe suggest something that you would like to see in the game, because we're always there and eager to listen to you. We're always there on Discord, we're always there in the emails, on Twitter, Facebook. There are so many ways to reach us and let us know how you like our game, or what would you like to see there. So having said that, I would like to wish you a good rest of the week, and enjoy yourself and this spring that is coming to us inevitably, even here in the northern territories, in the northern hemisphere. Spring is coming. So we will see each other in a couple of weeks. My name is Georgie, and the studio I work for, called Luden.io, and we're making fun and cozy educational games such as Learning Factory that you have seen today. Until next time, have a good one. Bye bye.